This breeze freeze, stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete, competition never matched me. We ain't go together, like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot, sure don't stop. It's a long season, they planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these...
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I don't need to. Oh, easy.
Mahomes now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Luck to first to Mack. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 45 on second down, Luck. Throw left side is complete to Rogers. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Long. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They run with Thompson, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Luck. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Out of the gun, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, they were back in the shadows for their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's got Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19. They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Get ready. At their own 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, it's Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
50 seconds. 675.
Now it's Love. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. High. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Mahomes to throw once more. Letting one go deep for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Butker now to add the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 50, it's long. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's high. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, that's a guy, Carlos Hyde, who split time last year in Cleveland and Jacksonville after 4 seasons in San Fran. He was just under 1,000 yards his last 2 seasons with the Niners, but never really got into a groove last season. And then the Chiefs signed him to a 1-year deal back on March 9th. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. First down, a run with Hyde. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wells. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Mack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. The 30. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing is Locke. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Luck gives this one off to Matt. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to run with Matt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Again, it'll be Matt. Now, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But not, you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at at their own 29-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Mahomes to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let him know.
Luck. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They'll run here with Mack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this, a little more pressure pass for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have. Going deep here for Watkins.
And that's caught inside the 35. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They go right back to Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Hyde. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
They'll run on first down. Hyde try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Jamal Sheard on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Hyde on the draw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
A 22-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Now Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I'll tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hill on the return. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more?
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.